say, okay. Yes. Welcome to the Talk of Life Talk Show with Elma. And I have a special guest tonight. Mrs. Claus is with us tonight. And she is played by Lisa, the one and only Lisa, the author of Mud Cakes, right?
The Mud Cake. Yes, the Mud Cake.
The Mud Cake book. And we had Lisa on our show several times. But tonight we're going to talk about all these creative designs that Lisa, I can't believe you're so good, Lisa, with your creative design.
I'm telling you, I'm like a Keebler elf in the tree.
I know. She is so creative. And some of these that you're going to be able to see, I can't believe you did these. I mean, This is some creative work. And we were just sitting back there talking, and she was sharing how she takes all this and just make it into a beautiful subject for people to look at and to use at different occasions. But before we get started, my main scripture is finish what you start.
Yes.
That is my main scripture. Is finish what you start. Mm-hmm. And you have finished a lot of things that you have started. And that is Philippians 1:6. And we know that 2024 is coming up.
Yes.
And a lot of people are still in 2022 trying to catch up on stuff that they should have been finished with. So go ahead and do that. And remember, never ever give up on your dreams. Never give up on things that you had in your mind. And you said to yourself, I don't think it's going to make me any money. You never know.
You never know.
Until you what? Try to see. And that's one thing, y'all, I never give up on my Cowboys.
Oh, my.
Isn't that right, Carlos? We ain't giving up on our Cowboys. We're just not going to give up on them.
That's a whole nother show.
I know it. All right, Lisa. Let me put my boys down. But anyway, tonight I was really excited. Just sitting back there talking to you.
Yeah.
And Lisa, I didn't know that you're so creative. And I know you got on an outfit tonight, and we know that she plays Mrs. Claus. But not only does she play Mrs. Claus, she has beautiful things that she, that she designed. So my question to you is, you don't take stuff and just throw it away, do you?
No, it's hard for me to do that.
You take other people's junk and you make it into beautiful, it's like you reincarnate these things into something else.
Mm-hmm. Some person's trash is another person's treasure.
Right.
And it's inspiring.
Yes.
Sometimes I feel like Frankenstein. Whoa. When he's like making his Frankenstein, it's like, oh, he's alive. And that's exactly how I feel when I make things. I'm like, it's done.
Yes.
Hence,
finish what you start.
Yes. I can't put it down. I'll watch television and I'll be over there working and I'm watching Stabler.
Yes.
And Olivia as I'm putting the glue together.
Yes.
Waiting for it to dry. Yep.
So how do you come up with all these beautiful creative, I'm calling them creative design by Lisa. I don't know what she's gonna call it, but I look at these designs. I don't even have the patience to even think about.
I do.
It takes patience to make these things.
I go into a zone. I go into a zone. Sometimes I'll start in the morning, and time I put my head up, the whole day and it's nighttime outside.
And it's not. You don't even think about the time.
I don't even think about it.
Engulfed in all of this stuff, putting it together, taking paper and making it into. It's like a whole new creation.
I made, and I hadn't even sent that picture to you. I made a charcuterie board out of 2 French doors, 5 foot, and I had some tile. And then I went to Home Depot, and they had a whole bunch of tile on clearance. I just bought it all. And I said, I could do something with this. And I started layering by layer by layer a 5 foot charcuterie board. Now, what am I going to do with the charcuterie board right now? I don't know. But if someone needs one, I have one. And it's 5 foot.
And she can design these things for you. She can design them.
Yes.
And put it together. And I'm just still amazed, especially when I look at some of these designs that you put together. But before I get to some of these pictures,
yes,
tell me about, she didn't even think about this as a business. This is a business, Lisa.
It is, but
it's a business.
It's almost like Santa and the North Pole.
And the little elves?
Yes. And I'm all the little elves all in one. I just start building and creating and making things. If someone says, I really wish I had so-and-so, so-and-so, and they say they can't afford it because it's made by Mikasa or by Sterling. And it says, well, all I got to see and I can duplicate it. It's easy for me to take something and duplicate it. Just like the wedding cake.
Yeah.
You see these beautiful wedding cakes at weddings. Now, people have false wedding cakes, where they'll have real, maybe 2 or 3, but the rest, the 8 of them, are fake. But you wouldn't know that because they're all incorporated into one with the icing. So I said, you know what? I want to try that. So I actually got one where you can hang it, suspend it from a ceiling, and I made the wedding cake. And I think it was like a 5-tier or a 6-tier that I sent you of a wedding cake. People really think it's real. People walk up to it and think it's like it's going to talk. And
it looks real.
And they're like ready to
look at it. It is beautiful. I thought it was real at first when I looked at it. It looks so real. The wedding cake.
I used it for a bridal expo.
Yes.
I used it for a wedding expo.
And that's the thing I'm looking at. This cake looked like a real cake.
It's kind of heavy too. And it's made out of cardboard and caulking, paint.
How long did it take you to make this, though?
That one took me about a month. Because I really took my time. And I didn't have all the materials. Because as I'm building it, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. What I want to make that layer to be. So
how high does it stand up? How high does it stand up?
Well, this is the table. It goes about that tall.
Oh, wow.
It's very tall.
That is tall. Beautiful. So do you actually still have this? Do you still have this cake or what?
Actually, I gave it over to one of the theaters, like the Majestic or the Sundance Theater, because they were having kind of showcase and they were having little convention. I give a lot of my creations.
Okay, Lisa, we're gonna stop giving it away. You're gonna have to start charging. You gotta start charging. I'm gonna start working with you on that. Because this is too much for you to put into this for you just to give it away.
Well, I challenge myself. It's a challenge for me.
So that's what, but still is so beautiful.
Well, thank you.
It's beautiful. And then you did the Flintstone phone. Now this one is awesome. It's a Flintstone phone.
A Flintstone phone.
Back in the day this is beautiful. And you took this and made this into...
That's actually the part that's the receiver part. That's actually a funnel that you would use to put fruit in. And you would hang it. You would hang it. It's like a funnel. So you can actually use it for regular, that kind of commercial.
Wow.
So I took it and I said, that's the perfect size to make the phone.
And then we have this anaconda. Now this one is scary.
Well, that one I had a grand time making.
That is scary.
And I said to myself, how am I going to get that out the front door?
How did you get it out the front? Well,
I had to make sure I took the measurements. And what we had to do is we had to go out the garage.
But what I'm saying, this says it's a 50 feet anaconda.
Yes, so I made it in 25 and 25. And when you push the two boards together and you put the moss around it, it looks like it's slithering through the woods.
This is scary.
I haven't even sent you my 10-foot alligator.
You got a 10-foot alligator you did too? Wow. But this anaconda It looks so real.
It's on display at Brookhaven College. That's where that one is.
Really?
They wanted it. So
I bet people cannot believe that you actually made this. How long did it take you to make
that
this?
took me
one?
3 weeks.
3 weeks to do.
3 weeks.
And this is made out of cardboard too.
The anaconda?
Uh-huh.
No,
What is it made?
he's actually made out of commercial piping.
Oh, this is pipes?
Yeah, piping. You know,
Okay.
the accordion thing.
Okay.
And I shaped it the way I wanted to with the tail at the end. And then I made the, with the mouth coming at it.
And you have the mouth looking so real.
And the eyes are made out of marble.
What about the teeth though?
The teeth are squishy marshmallowy thing.
Get out of here. Oh my God, girl, you are so did somebody ask you to make this? Or?
Yes. Brookhaven College was actually doing an event,
Okay.
and they were doing actually the whole college district, and they were doing an escape room.
Okay.
And they wanted something unique. So I made not only that for them, but I made a giant Venus flytrap, so it has an accordion arm so the mouth would go like this.
Okay, so you talking about on this anaconda.
With the anaconda,
Okay.
I also made for them a Venus flytrap.
Okay.
So it's a tall, a plant. So it's as tall as this pole right here. And it has the arms that come out, and it's the teeth. And they're all made with the college's folders.
Get out of here.
I sat there and cut each piece one by one.
And it took you 3 weeks to make the anaconda.
Yes.
And put all the little teeth in it. Mm-hmm. So.
And I even put a little fly in there.
Oh my God, this woman is so creative, you all. I can't imagine how you can sit there and have so much patience to make these things.
It's a gift.
It's got to be a gift.
It's a gift from God. And I'm telling you, it started out with me playing in the mud.
Which are
It's
the book.
From the book.
From the book. She's also the author of the mud cake, right?
The mud cake,
The
right.
mud cake. And that book is still on sale.
It's still for sale on Amazon.
Yes, it's on
and
Amazon.
It's international, and I'm so happy that it's international. It's in Turkey right now, and I'm just very pleased. And I always said to myself, I'd love to just lay my head down and just get a check in. And it happened. So when I sleep, my residuals are coming in from the book.
I was going to ask you that. Are you still getting residuals from the book?
I still
See,
get
now,
it.
That is a blessing.
I get that little ching ching. It lets me know that it came through. And it's doing its thing like it's supposed to. But it started with me as a little girl.
Okay.
Playing in the mud.
Okay.
And I always enjoyed making things with mud because as a kid you don't have access to many materials,
right?
And if you do, you're going to get the slipper or the leather belt. So you kind of frown away from that. You kind of stick with the outside dirt. And I started making things with dirt.
Wow.
And it grew into things like that.
And how old were you when you was making the mud cakes though? 5 or 6.
Yeah, I was really young because we lived in I would call it the outskirts of the city, and we had a beautiful big backyard. And I would always remember my mother would say, "Make sure you wipe your feet before you come in the house," because she knew I'm gonna come in with some dirty feet. my shoes gonna be full of mud. It's like a little bit of mud, a little bit of dirt, a little bit of water, a little bit of dirt. And she was like, come in for lunch and stuff like that. So if I'm not out and about playing with my friends, I was in my backyard and I was quite content. Because I'm like, where am I gonna dig to get the right dirt? And there is right dirt. Okay, understand. There's dirt that's dry, and then there's dirt that you have to mix because you have the rocks and the gravel and all that kind of stuff mixed in.
Yes.
And sometimes you got to shift it.
But what if you want to make a rock cake? You would need the rocks in it.
Well, that's separate because that's sprinkles.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, you can make it like a walnut cake.
Well, it could
Chocolate chip cake.
It could be, yes, but I didn't know about those things. Really?
Get the little bitty
That's right.
little
My
rocks and put it
dentist
in
would
there.
love me.
Yes, with your
Lisa,
cupcake.
Lisa, where's your teeth, honey?
Just don't eat it. Just do not eat it, okay?
But it's, you would have dirt that you can make mud pies with.
Yes.
So you can let it harden by
Right.
the sun, and then you can stack it.
Right.
You can make pancakes. You can make cookies. I mean, you can just make a castle. You know,
Yes.
all of this with dirt.
Yes.
You know, and shape it and use a fork and give you the lines in it and stuff like that, or a stick or something like that.
That's interesting.
There's all different designs that you can use. That you could use the sole of your shoe, and you can put imprints all the way around because
That's
your
interesting.
sneakers. So all these, I think outside the box. I never
That's
think inside
awesome.
the box.
That is so awesome that you think outside the box.
Oh yeah, and it usually comes out pretty darn good.
I noticed. I'm looking out, and then I like this one called the Tiki Huts.
Oh, the
you
tiki
made
hut.
this one?
Yes, we were having a luau.
Okay.
And we wanted
Good stuff.
tiki huts. So I went ahead and got
Okay.
some cardboard boxes, went on Amazon and purchased the right kind of filming to use as the background. So it almost looked like paneling, but it's made of contact paper. This contact paper. So then
That
I
is
started
so
just cutting
interesting.
out designs. So do you remember the Brady Bunch? They actually had an episode when they went to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that episode stuck with me, and I said, you know what? I can make tiki huts. So I started thinking about the Brady Bunch,
And that is so
and
cool.
and now I use the Google,
That's cool.
and I just started cutting and making, and I stacked them on top of one another. Hence the tiki huts. And then what I did was I made a little panel on the back, and then I used the weights that you usually use for a tent, that you kind of slide it on the tent to hold the tent down, and put that inside the back side
That
of the
is-
tiki hut.
wow.
Now it won't go nowhere.
That is awesome. That is so cool. I love it.
I enjoy my world.
I see, and that's the reason why I'm saying we have to promote this. These designs are so created by you. And a lot of
like
people
it.
don't have this gift. This is
That's
a gift
true.
that God has given. He said, I'll make room for your gift.
Yes,
But not
yes.
for you just to keep giving them away.
I know. Well, you know, it was a blessing to the.
know.
Yeah.
But it
well,
did
you know,
get
they
you out
give
there.
me in-kind donations. They gave
Okay.
me in-kind donations.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Now, there was one time, and I didn't send these pictures, but I actually had a birthday party, and it was the New York Cotton Club.
Okay.
Because I'm from New York, and the one party that I wanted to have was the New York Cotton Club. And I needed palm trees.
Okay.
Nothing less than 7 foot for a palm tree. So I kind of priced to see what it would cost for one palm tree.
Okay.
Alma, $200 for one tree. I said,
No, you can make that. Huh?
So I went to Home Depot, my favorite store.
Her favorite store
Yes.
is Home Depot.
Home Depot.
Shout out to Home
It's
Depot.
not a Veda.
That's my husband's favorite store too, as well.
It's not a Veda. It's not Sephora. It's Home Depot. Okay, just saying. But I went to Home Depot and I spoke to the owner of the manager of the store, and I says, "Those rolls in the back row of your carpet, when they're empty, what do you do with the rolls?" Waiting for him to tell me, and he goes, "Well, we'll just throw them away." I said, "Is it possible that I can make an arrangement to come here on a weekly basis and pick them up?" So I started picking them up. And then, you know, they got that big jigger in there that they can cut things.
Right.
So I said, I need a 7 foot, I need a 10 foot. And they would just cut it for me. Because,
Free.
Yes, because they were getting excited because they're like, what are we going to make? What are we going to make?
They is excited about it.
I'm like,
Wow.
so I get my little orange apron people and they come up, what are we going to do? What are we going to make? So we started cutting down the trees and stuff like that. And then I went to, it's out there by the Purina factory. It's
Okay.
shut down now
Okay.
in Fort Worth.
Yes, yes.
Next door to it, there is a place that makes outdoor furniture.
Okay.
And when they cut the fabric, there's remnants left over. So I went to talk to that person.
I know. I was just going to ask you. So you went on and talked to
And
them
I would get bags
of
of
material. Yes.
And there you
That
have
is
it.
awesome.
I have not paid for anything yet. Okay, but I'm
That's a
making everything
blessing.
that I need.
That's a
Exactly.
blessing.
But I watch for my resources. Okay, so and all I did was just really do a lot of Googling, like fabric, material,
Yeah.
yardage.
Yeah.
And I just started searching for stuff. And all this stuff started coming. That's what I say. I need a warehouse. Anybody who needs to just
Y'all need to help donate and give her a warehouse because we're going to start pushing these careers down. And then you have this one, the giant Mickey ears.
Yes, I made that for my grandson's birthday party.
Oh,
he was having a
loved
party.
that, didn't he?
Oh yeah, and it was just a bean toss.
Yes.
And the theme was Disney with Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
So I said, well, what if I made some Disney ears and we could play a game with it? So I made it foldable so you can transport it. And then when you open it up, with a little stand in the back. So now these little kids, they're like 3, 4, 5 years old.
Yeah.
And they're able to throw it in there to make, this. And I'm like, Keisha, whatever you want to do with it, I don't care. But because we've done the purpose of what it's used for.
That is awesome.
But yeah, so that was the big Mickey ears.
And then you made this beautiful flower. And it
cardboard. That was all. The Mickey was made out of cardboard.
Look like that. This flower was made out of cardboard.
That's actually made out of folders. So folders. So you know how you have a business meeting and you have a regular folder and it says the name of your program on the outside? The college was going to throw boxes and boxes away. I'm like, no, don't do it. I said, don't do it. Let me take the boxes. Now, these boxes weigh like 30 pounds each. Okay?
Yeah, because folders get heavy.
Yeah, they're really, really heavy. So I had the guys loaded up in my car so I could get it to my house, and I just started stacking them up. And I started making big, gigantic flowers. And it's not hard to do.
It is.
And the other one is construction paper. It's green construction paper, which creates the leaf. That's all it is. And the design comes from the folder itself.
You are so creative. What inspired you to do this? I mean, it takes a lot of inspiration for you to make all this stuff.
I was born to create. I'm just being real.
Well, that's why we're going to call it Creative Design by Lisa. Okay, so we want to really, I'm just so impressed with, when God gives you a talent or a gift, you need to use that gift because everybody don't have that gift.
And I bless people. Because
I know you do.
And you know where it started from?
What?
After being a little kid and making the mud cakes and stuff like that, and I got older, I remember going to one of my relatives' wedding and I was 17. And my aunt said, Lisa, I need you to come up on stage and I want you to help me sing happy birthday because at the wedding, we're singing happy birthday to a relative. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'd rather make something. So I said, can we make something? She goes, well, first you got to sing. And I'm like, back in those days when your relatives told you to do something,
you had to do it.
You just go and do it. The wrath of God's going to come down on you if you don't. So you just go ahead and do it. So after I did that, I was standing in the crowd to catch the bouquet kind of thing. I wasn't expecting to catch it, but I did. And when I got the bouquet, I looked at it and instead of saying, oh, I got the bouquet, I'm like, oh, look how that's made. I was so in awe of how the flowers were shaped.
Did you create something like that?
I did.
I did. So you got that.
I made hibiscus. I think it's peonies. Peonies. And I made it with coffee filters.
Look at you. Girl, this woman is so creative.
Yes.
She is so creative, you all. This is such a big gift that God is making room for you. And that's the reason why I was so impressed. And this is the reason why I had to drag her on this show so we could talk about a lot of these things that she make. And I'm pretty sure you throw that out there, she is going to make it for you.
I bet you can.
You know what I just thought about? I bet you can make me a cute little photo booth out of just cardboard.
Oh, you want one?
Yeah. I want a cute little photo booth. Made up like one of our little just a little cute little photo booth.
I will take a picture.
We can make it a little, just a cute little photo booth, and we can use it.
Did you see the church I sent you?
No.
It was a picture of a church. It's a church in Grand Prairie, and they were having a dedication.
Okay.
And I made a replica of a church out of a dresser, a 5-drawer dresser. So I took it all apart, and I sent it to you. It's actually a replica of the church. in abstract form.
You know what? You could have been really an architect.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
You could have.
But I think it would have been bored.
Stuff so
I
good.
think it would have been bored.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
because
saying?
they only deal with all the different kind of stuff.
Exactly.
But this is better than that
Yeah,
because
this
you're
is like-
creating different things.
Like one into the
Yes.
other. I never know what I'm gonna make. It's just like I'll wake up and I get this epiphany.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I say go for it.
And you go for it.
I
And,
do.
and she brings it out into, she makes it, what is that? Manifest into this here design.
Yes, I make it come
And
to
it's
life.
So, yeah, you bring it into life.
make it
What
come to
is
life.
dead, just like the bones they say, will these bones live? And she makes, girl, you can make a skeleton.
Do
and
you
make it
remember
live.
in the
You know?
Wizard of Oz,
Uh-huh.
and when Dorothy she lands on in the land of Oz, and they open the door, and now this is when it became color, not when it was
Right,
black and
right.
white, but when it became color, the colors just magnified. But when she opened the door, you saw the field of flowers.
Yeah, yeah.
And some of the little munchkins had the flowers on their heads. So when they got down, it looked like a flower, but they stood up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I started replicating all the little flowers. I'm like,
Flowers.
I could do that one. I want to try that one. I just started
So what you
picking.
make them out of?
Oh my goodness! I just cardboard. Cardboard's my best friend.
I can
Cardboard,
see that.
and then I also use wood. I use
Okay.
paneling. Sometimes I use the
Right.
backing of a dresser because that flimsy
Right.
kind of thing. And I actually brought myself a Christmas present. It was like a jigger, so I'm able to cut things now. You know,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
like, I was very happy.
You're excited. But you know,
I was in glory then.
I think about you and I think about my son, how he comes up with all these designs and everything, you know, and it's so creative when you can be like that. See, mine is, I can write plays, I can do this, but I'm more,
I could do your props.
that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Girl, because, oh my God, and we just did a play on last Sunday. We
Okay.
did a beautiful play, you know, and I was coming up with all this stuff. And I see it, and I be like, gosh, I can do this, and I can do that. And it comes out so beautiful.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
You see the
You
vision.
see the vision, and you make it, bring it into manifestation.
come out. That's
And you
right.
make it come out. And other people be like, gosh, I can't believe she made all these things with your what? Show them your hands. Our little hands, those little hands, those little hands, those little fingers. They make all these beautiful designs that you are seeing that she put it in. And God gives us vision. He gives us things that we can bring
Yes.
into manifestation.
He does.
So when he gives you
He
that,
does.
that's an inspiration.
Yes.
That
and I
is such
do.
an inspiration.
I go into a zone.
Yes.
And it's very hard to put it into words.
Right.
I mean, I could be sitting right next to you. You will literally be saying my name and I will not hear you.
Yes.
Because I am so in the zone. And literally you come like, Lisa.
Lisa, come back to earth,
And
Lisa.
I'm like, I'm sorry, did you need something?
Yeah, and he will do that. It's just like
Yes.
when I'm writing out my plays. Well, he'll give me a play, and I'll be just sitting there, and it's like he just putting it in there, just putting it
Yes,
in there.
that's exactly
you know,
right.
And then he'll tell me. It's like I can hear these little things just tell me, "This is what I want you to say. This is what I want you to say." You know?
Exactly.
And when after we read it, it's like, did I actually write this?
Exactly. You go into a zone and then when
Yes.
you come out of it, you're amazed at what you came out with.
Right.
You're amazed. And that's exactly what I am when I come out with all of my props. Sometimes when I go into the zone and I don't come out of it, and then I'm like, yes. And the Lord tells me when I'm done.
See, yes,
He will
that's what
tell
I'm
me,
talking
he's
about.
like, no, you're not quite done yet. And I'm like, and I'm looking at it, well, it looks done to me.
And then he tells you,
You know,
to
he's
add
like,
a little
no,
bit more to it.
there's a little bit more that has to be done. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So then I'm like, okay. And I'm telling we just had this little dialogue going back and forth. And I'm like, okay,
Well,
you're right. You're
let me
right.
ask you about your hat. Did that come
Yes.
with your outfit?
No, I had this like way a long time
Okay,
ago.
so-
and I just started adding the things.
So
and
you
I'm like,
added the little thing up there. It looked like
I
a
put
necklace.
this. Yes, it is.
And you put it, that is so. I want you to
Yes.
stand out there so they can see your.
Okay.
This is one of her creative designs that she added a little bit more to it. Even though we call her Mrs. Claus, I just want you all to see how creative she can be. She wears this during the Christmas holidays, but you can also take that and make it to a Valentine thing if you wanted to.
You really
You could, because you could put some little hearts, some little cupids on there. You can turn it into that, because she is so creative. And then if you want her to come for Valentine's Day, she can probably put on a big diaper. She could probably come in with a little bow and arrow with a big old diaper on. I bet you could make something like that.
I have to make the diaper.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what? I already got a flat sheet.
Okay.
To make the diaper with padding to give it the fullness, and then the draping, and then the big pin. They have those that you can wear.
Yes, but you know what I was just thinking?
What
about centerpieces?
Centerpiece for a table?
Yes. See, I knew she could do that.
Oh, yeah.
You could create some beautiful centerpieces.
Oh.
That nobody would be thinking about.
Oh, yeah.
Just for the occasion. You can come up. You know, when I went to Jamaica, every day that they would come in our room, they would make these beautiful designs with towels.
Yes.
They could make them into different kind of animals. Yes. And I'm like, how could you make a bird out of a towel or a frog out of a towel?
I did that on the cruise ship, and all I did was disassemble them because I wanted to see how they put it together. And I'm like, okay, and I'll just put it back together because there was like a swan.
Yes.
And it looked like they were kissing.
They would make them so creative. Then they would put.
But there's classes you can do for that.
Yeah, but did you see the one? I saw this the other day where this guy made these balloons. You know how they make those different designs?
Yeah.
He made these big old balloons and make them look like people and stuff. You know, he had a design. It was so amazing.
Nice.
I'm like, how could they do these balloons like this and make them and all these different designs?
Yes.
You know?
Well, I made a giant gnome because I wanted to see if I could make a gnome. I keep seeing them in the store, and I'm like, I want to try to make a gnome. So I did. I went to the $1.25 store, and I made a gnome.
It used to be the dollar store. Now it's more than a dollar.
Oh, yeah. It's $1.25 plus tax. So what is that? $1.38 now?
But what I'm saying, this mama is so creative, you all. So if you have a design or something, you might want to get in touch with her. How could they get in touch with you, Lisa? If they did want something.
They can email me. Or they can call me.
But they don't know your number or email.
Okay, you want me to say it?
Yes.
Okay, so my phone number is area code 817. You know, if you turn that around, that's New York area code, which is where I'm from, 718. Did you know that? Just say that's a sidebar. But my area code is...
That's a sidebar, y'all.
817-266-4402. That is local. Yes, but you can call me and you can text on that number too. I could also give you my email. It's Lisa, my name, and then Marie, like Lisa Marie, Elvis Presley's daughter, Lisa Marie, and then ARZZebra at yahoo.com. Check me out.
Check her out, y'all. Yeah. Because of the fact that she has so much creativity. And I'm pretty sure she can design something just for you. Okay?
Yes.
So you have to think about how God can use us with different designs.
Yes.
Different things that come into our mind.
Absolutely.
I'm just so amazed. Just sitting there talking to her, I had to get her on the show to talk about all these creativity that
I appreciate
God put together.
I do.
And we're going to work on a name. She might not want to call Creative Design by Lisa, but these things are designed by her. Made with her little fingers over there.
Baked with love, made with care.
Made with love.
It goes right back to my book.
And check out her book.
Yes.
The Mud Cake. Right?
The Mud Cake, yes, on Amazon. It's on Amazon. All you have to do is put in my name, Lisa Anderson, and put The Mud Cake, and it will pop up. Go ahead and purchase it.
When you think about it.
Yes.
We know this is the time for Christmas, and these are some T-shirts that my son made, and he's so creative too, Lisa. And he put on that Merry Christmas. This was just one. Yeah, and he made you caught that, didn't you?
Yes.
Did you all catch that? How he made the T and two across. She caught that without me even saying anything. See how creative it is? And both of them have that in different colors.
I like
you
that.
See? So that's why I was saying when you was talking about how creative you are.
Yes.
When God gives you a gift, you need to use that gift and bring it into manifestation. For your year of 2024, think about if you're sitting there and things come into your mind and you are thinking about this, maybe that's a sign from God that you need to what? Start doing it.
Yes.
It's a lot of people, what's his name? Les Brown said one time that the graveyard is the richest place that a person can go. And I was wondering why. And he said, because a lot of people are buried with dreams that they never did, or wisdom or ideas that they never did bring into manifestation. So if you have a dream or something that keep you, and you feel good about it and it come easy for you, then do it.
Do it.
Do it. And when
Just
you do it, it's not, you're not working.
No.
Because you're loving what you are doing. So let's think about all this wisdom, all of these designs and things that God has put in your mind. Do it. Because I'm going to be writing some more plays. I have a good staff here good members that can really act. And I tell you, we had a good one called What's Up, Christmas Girl? And they showed out. They showed out.
What's up, Christmas?
Yeah, what's up, Christmas Girl? And my good neighbor back there, Gramps, he played the pastor girl, and he played that role, huh?
Oh, go ahead.
He
now.
made people really, I tell you, it was so easy for him to do that. And we had the guy that was playing in it. He ended up getting saved. And it was such a beautiful, and then Carlos back there played the devil. He said, I don't want to play the devil. I said, that's when you play the part, when you know you're not a devil. You can actually play a devil. But he did good. But didn't nobody have to, see him because he was behind the doors. But he did a good job though. And it was such a good play and I enjoyed it. So I know I'm going to be writing more plays.
Let me
and then I know I can get you to make some of our good imprompts. And I'm just so excited. But we're going to close this show out. And we're looking forward to a new year with new people that's going to be coming on the show. And we're going to be building our audience. We're going to be starting giving away nice gifts. And God is going to bless this show going into 2024. So you all
look for that warehouse.
That's right. And if you got a warehouse for Lisa, all her creative design, please contact her or contact the show and we will open up that door. And again, if you know of a building that we can rent, that we can have our church in, that's what we're looking for. And if you would like to make a donation to the Talk of Life Talk Show with Elma, please do that, because we're definitely looking for a building of our own so that we can have, we just have so much that we want to give back to the community. So please check with us and let us know if you know of a building, warehouse for her, might be a warehouse for the church, whatever God has for us.
Barbecues outside.
Yes, we can do so much, girl. Oh my God. I can't wait till we get our own building because we have so much things that we want to do
is so cool.
for the community. And anyway, every Monday and Thursday, and we never know, God may start increasing this show to 3 nights a week so that you all can see us more than once. No, more than twice. Why? Because of the fact that we're on twice already. And he told me eventually we will be 5 days.
Well, you know what? We got a lot of women in the Bible. So, there's a couple of people I can come in as.
There you go.
Just saying.
Hi.
Just saying.
And you might come in dressed like one of them.
Oh, you
so
never
we can do that. We have so much creative ideas that we're going to be doing on the Talk of Life Talk Show with Elma. So tune in every Monday and Thursday.
Every Monday and Thursday.
Friday, what is it? Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.
And what? YouTube. I said Friday because you know what? Maybe we're going to go to Fridays too. Because some people don't go out. Some people don't do nothing.
Right.
But look at TV.
But then
so you can look at our show. Right?
Yes. And some of them will be taped because we will be doing weekend getaways.
That's right.
Just saying.
And we'll get to the point where we will be able to go to different places and actually interview.
Do it there.
Yes. That's one of our goals. So
yes, right there on the beach.
Yes.
I got a portable table.
See, we got it. But anyway, every Monday and Thursday, 8 p.m., y'all tune in for right now until we increase. Mondays and Thursdays, 8 p.m., Facebook or YouTube. May God bless you and keep you. Thank you, Lisa, for being on the show. We appreciate you. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Good night.